will take off from UD Arena for the Hoopla 4-miler. Also back this year, the Hoopla STEM Challenge. It's a free event for kindergarten through 8th grade students with hands-on and interactive exhibits related to science, technology, engineering, and math.
It really shows a great variety for these students to help them understand what STEM education field they might be interested in when they grow up.
There's also a hot shot contest at the STEM Challenge. 2 winners from each age group will get the chance to walk onto the floor during Tuesday's first 4 games to make a final shot on the court. And as teams get ready to dance, Barstool Sportsbook at Hollywood Gaming says it's ready for fans wanting to place their bets. It said the new space has food and space to watch the games. The sportsbook manager is looking forward to the crowds.
I'm very pleasantly surprised how strong of a basketball community that we have. I think that, yes, absolutely, we opened so late in the football season, only the last couple of weeks plus the playoffs, right? Great, but we've sustained a level of success based on basketball, and so it's great. The state of Ohio, they love sports in general. They like to keep it here, bet locally, right?
And Barstool Sportsbook officially opens tomorrow. And Channel 7 is the only place you need to be for college basketball. WHIO's Orange Zone Hoops edition tips off at 11:30 tomorrow morning. News Center 7's John Bedell and WHIO Radio's Larry Hanskin will look at the teams, analyze the games, and give their predictions for the tourney. Orange Zone Hoops Edition will be live every Sunday through April 9th. You can catch the Flyers take on VCU in the A-10 championship right here on WHIO at 1. Then at 3:30, it'll be Penn State and Purdue in the Big Ten championship.
Hey, thanks for telling me about my tie. She said my tie was a little kagoo. That's Cajun French for, a little crooked, a little bit messed up.
Taught me.
She knows that word. That is the word she used, and so she uses it all the time now.
Kagoo, Robert.
Yeah, it's a little kagoo. Yeah. Well, outside it might get a little kagoo out there because we're starting to see some snow. Some places might be seeing rain, and the radar shows snow in Greenville. And I'm looking real close, and if you look near the street light, yep, there are a few flurries falling. So this is what most people are likely seeing at the moment, just a little light flurry activity. As we move into the overnight hours, we'll probably see a little bit more light snow showers, perhaps some light accumulation in a few places. Not expecting more than an inch maximum, but some snowfall is expected overnight. That could create a few slick spots in the morning. Right now, temperatures in Dayton about 36 degrees. Winds are out of the east, but they're fairly light. So here's all the moisture coming our way. You can see you don't have to head that far south for this to turn into some rainfall. That's in the green. Just north of that is the blue, and you can see how quickly it's starting to transition into blue. So there's probably a little bit of a mixture in there, but that is heading this way. It is cold enough here now to see some snowflakes, and so as all this moisture travels across the Buckeye State, we'll likely be seeing some rain continuing over the next several hours, probably throughout, I'd say, the first half of the day. So what I mean by that is up until at least noon, but by noon it begins to taper off a little bit. Might even see a bit of a mixture in there. So zooming out, here's the whole system. While it's a little bit more calm up this way, just a little chilly, it's a little bit more active down in the south. Arkansas at the moment is seeing some widespread severe thunderstorm warnings. Thankfully, no tornado warnings there, but it might be a little bit of a noisy night up there in northern Mississippi, also North Alabama. For us, though, just a little bit chilly with temperatures dropping into the upper 20s and low 30s. By 8 a.m., will likely remain mostly cloudy with some light snow, about 33 degrees. Yes, that's 1 degree above freezing, but that's not warm enough for the snow to melt as it's falling likely. 36 degrees by noon. At that point, it'll probably have a bit of a tapered mix. And then we actually are looking rather dry for the second half of the day, the afternoon and the evening. And look at this, temperatures actually climb up to 40 degrees. So if you do see some light accumulation tomorrow, it's likely not going to hang around too long. It could cause a few localized issues if you're headed to service in the morning or mass. Might have to be careful of the roads, but other than that, it'll be a pretty quiet weekend. You can see here overnight the blue comes in, and yeah, there's some good instances of blue. Might even be some heavier amounts kind of falling here or there, but again, not expecting more than an inch really anywhere. Then as we move into Monday, a few flurries perhaps, but then overall will be pretty quiet. Now, as far as snow totals here, you can see it's trying to forecast more than an inch in a couple spots. I mean, I guess that's not impossible, but most of the area is going to be in this real light blue color you can see, so less than an inch across the Miami Valley. And then again, we're getting up to the 40s tomorrow, so a lot of that will likely melt. So 30 degrees for the low tonight, cold and quiet. A stray flurry, perhaps even some light snow showers like I mentioned. And then into Sunday, you're going to see as we get closer to noon, that's going to turn into a bit of a mix before it tapers off. A few flurries possible Monday. And we're not really that warm all week. Typical temperatures are in the low 50s this time of year. So we're below average to start off, perhaps slightly above average toward the end of the week. And then again, by next week, you're looking at temperatures, at least high temperatures, back in the 30s.
All right, thank you, Robert. More and more children are going to the ER for mental health issues. New data shows many of those kids end up back in the ER. The CBS News investigation reveals why.